to the point. I think GTA 6 gonna be a failure. Grand Theft Auto 6, when it comes out, I believe it's gonna be a failure. I feel like and believe it's gonna be like another Red Dead Redemption, and the fact that I just feel like at this point, like the gaming community as a whole has pretty much changed, and people are not. People don't. I feel like the last couple of years, last 2 or 3 years or so, the way people game has started to change. You know, the games that people are interested in playing and how they go about playing the games and all that kind of stuff. And then I feel like, and then I believe that people have gotten tired of the monetization of everything when it comes to gaming. And most people believe that the GTA 6 game is going to be like another over monetized game. And it's just going to be another over monetized game with where you got to pay to play basically. It might be free to download it or something like that, which I kind of doubt it, but I doubt it'd be free to download it. But it's gonna be pay to play. Everything that you want on that game, you're gonna have to pay for it, and that's what it looks like, and that's what the people who be leaking information, say. It's not gonna have the same success as the last Grand Theft Auto or GTA 5 for that matter, because the way GTA 5 was basically the first game of its kind to a degree. And so a lot of individuals actually grew up playing GTA 5. They didn't even play like San Andreas and GTA 4 and all the other ones. They grew up playing, GTA 5. And so GTA 5, when it first came out, it wasn't so monetized like it is now. The monetization didn't come to I think maybe like a year or two later or something like that, when they started the short codes and all that stuff. And so they started this game at a time where people played games the old way, where you went and bought the game from GameStop or Walmart, wherever you went, and you actually had a disc or something to play the game. And so then from that point, it crosses over to online. And so everything that the game did in the beginning, the online was basically new to a degree. Online playing, it already had been going, but it was still in its infancy. So GTA was the first to do a lot of the shit that it did, and it held everybody's attention, the run and gun and all that other kind of stuff that was going on in the game, and playing with people from other countries and other states and whatever, across town, whatever the case may be. And that was then. Then all of the in-game DLCs, all the updates along the way that kept people from expecting another game to come out. So all that stuff they had going on, instead of all the games like Apex Legends, and what's the other one, Fortnite, all those games, they introduced seasons, season 1, season 2, season 3, not Grand Theft Auto, Fortnite doing chapters now. So it used to be, now it's chapter 1, season whatever, chapter 2, season whatever, chapter 3, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know where they at now. But instead of people buying games every year or every 2 years or every 3 years, now you buying into this season situation that's like every quarter, I guess, I think it's like every 30 to 60 days or something like that is every quarter. Apex Legends turns around. They even double it where they'll have a new season, but then they'll have a new season within the season. They call it a season split, where you have to buy the pass all over again. So you buy it at the beginning of the season, then the season split, then you got to buy it again. And it's just crazy, and it's just our monetization. In my opinion, I feel like a lot of people are getting tired of it. People getting tired of the monetization. Now the gaming world is basically ran by corporations. All the people who made the games that we love as gamers, they done cashed out and retired, and they doing other shit with their life now. Now the games that we may have become accustomed to loving and caring so much about is being run by shareholders now. And they basically being run by Wall Street. You know, it basically to a degree, because that's where all the funding for it comes from. And so it's like, and you wonder why games don't do certain updates and do certain things. It's probably because whoever was there working on that project don't work there no more. And so when you look at everything that's going on, most of the games all together are now starting to experience a decrease in players. So much so to the point to where if you playing the game, like I play run and gun, like right now I play Apex a lot. Occasionally I play Apex for a couple of games or something. That's just because it might be something going on with Apex Legends or something like that. But now they got bots in there now in the games, in the lobbies. First you saw it with Fortnite. Half the lobby would be set with bots. Then after a while it kind of decreases as they see your skill level, but you still will come across some bots in the game. Now switch to goddamn Apex Legends, you starting to see that now. It takes forever, and on my experience on playing on PS5, it takes a while for a session to get started with people. It wasn't like that a few months ago, and now it definitely sure wasn't like that a year ago. Now you just sit up there and watch the thing count from 1 to 2. It'd be a slow count. And so it might not be like that everywhere, but that's what I've been experiencing for like the last 2-3 months. And so then when you go to the people who analyze all the stuff, they talk about how the players playing certain games is starting to drop. All the kids these days, they caught up in Minecraft and Roblox. They not even playing, Fortnite and all that stuff like that. My youngest son, he just started playing Fortnite, like kind of regularly, kind of messing with it, but he still go back and forth to Roblox. But yeah, I just feel like that with all that, looking at all that, the demographic and everything, I really just think GTA6 is gonna be a failure. I feel like that a lot of people gonna download it, a lot of people gonna play it, a lot of people it's gonna get old real quick, and people just gonna move on to other shit. I feel like it's gonna be just like Red Dead Redemption. I really think that. I think it's gonna be just like Red Dead Redemption. It's just gonna be another form of that. It's not gonna be a huge success. It's definitely not gonna be a success like GTA 5 was, because everybody grew into GTA 5, ultimately becoming what it became. And then two, I feel like the only reason GTA stuck around as long as it did was because of all the guys that was doing glitches. And all those guys that was doing those glitches, I was one of them, doing glitches, creating glitches, doing all kinds of shit that you wasn't supposed to be doing on the game. It made the game funner. If you just grind that game the way they want you to grind that game was boring. And the reason why I say that, because I started out playing when it came out. Then after you do the whole story mode, finish the story mode, then when online came out, played online. I played online for a few months, and then I stopped. Then when I came across some videos online with people glitching and doing all kinds of shit, I jumped back on there and started playing it, man. I was one of the motherfuckers that was glitching. The shit made the game more funner. When that shit basically went away to a degree, people starting back doing it now, the game got boring. It was just boring. It's like, you'll play something when it first, the DLC when it first come out, play it for a month or two, if you can even get to 2 months, and you going back to go play something else. Some people go back to play Call of Duty, some go back to play Fortnite, some go back to play Apex. But it's like even those games with they selves of experiencing a decrease in players because it's like it gets old after a while. It honestly gets old after a while. It's like it's no actual win in the game at the end, and at least with Grand Theft Auto, GTA 5, it's a whole bunch of different shit you can do on there. You can do all kinds of shit. Even if you pay for it, you can do all kinds of shit on the game and experience this whole world with other people, and y'all can just make up whatever scenarios y'all want to do. You can't really do that in these other games. But they want you to continuously put money into the game, and that's the whole drive of these games. Like Apex Legends, I don't put no money into the game. I might buy a pass, like every other pass or something like that. Cause at first I wasn't buying no pass at all. I bought like one pass, and you know they give you enough in-game money by the end of the season to buy the next pass. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't buy shit. I'll just play that game. By the end, I got enough money it's enough in-game money to buy the pass without using real money. I had to go back and buy the last season or season before, whichever one it was, because my son jumped on there and he spent all the money. He spent all the in-game money. So when the new season came, I had to pay for it then. And so then, you're going back to the same cycle again. But yeah, it's like, they want you to pay, and I feel like Apex is the greediest. They want you to pay so much money for bullshit. Bullshit you can't even really see or really utilize in the fucking game. And they really want you to pay for this shit and expect you to pay for it. And it's people that pay for the shit. It's like if you just really set date, they'll do these, not only like with Apex Legends, you had a battle pass that you gotta pay for. So you're going to buy the battle pass, then halfway through, you got to pay for it again. They call it a season split. You got to pay again for the season split. So then, you done say you're using real money, because it's like, they got in-game money and real money. So say you paying with real money every time. That's, I believe, $20, I think. Either $10 or $20, I forgot, but it's either $10 or $20 every game. Every time, every split. So it's like you pay it once, then you pay it twice, so you paying for two. Then within the game, they have these events. Every so many weeks, they have an event where they have a whole bunch of skins, a whole bunch of unnecessary bullshit that you can get, and you only have enough in-game money to buy a little bullshit. They want you to pay even more money to get everything, and it wasn't like that in the beginning. For you to get everything, the guy had added it up. It was $175 to get everything in this one season event. And so it's just a continuous money grab. That's the reason why Fortnite was sued. And they lost that lawsuit, and they had to pay out a judgment on the lawsuit and shit. But it's just a lot of the way they monetize these games now is just crazy. With Fortnite, they haven't changed the way they monetize so much so as they've given you more shit to buy. Fortnite got it now to where you could buy shoes in the game and put it on the character or the skin that you use. The shoes cost, I think, in real money terms, I think they cost $20 a shoe. I think it was $20 a shoe because I think it's like $1,000, 1,000 V-Bucks. I think 1,000 V-Bucks is $20. And they have Air Force Ones, customized Air Force Ones. They have Jordan Ones. Air Jordans, they have Adidas, they have Reeboks, they have custom shoes that they Fortnite created on their own. They have all these just different shoes and shit, and they want people to pay $20 for the motherfucker. And you paying $20 for an in-game shoe that you can't use. And it's, I mean, well, you know, obviously you can't use it. It's just crazy to me. It's like, and so if you, as an adult that works for your money, you gonna be limited on what you spend your money on a game to a degree. If you're a person that if you like me and you cheat, you're gonna limit yourself on all the shit that you buy. You ain't finna buy every single motherfucking thing that they have on these goddamn games. You're gonna limit yourself to a degree. A little kid is not gonna limit themselves. They gonna spend every single dollar they get on that game. So if you sit up there and think about it, a little kid in a month getting 10, 20, 30, I can say with my kids' grandparents give them anywhere from $25 to $50. That $25, $50 is going straight on that game. If we give them money for anything, that money that they give, if I'm giving them $20, $30, whatever case, that's going straight on that game. If they get money for a birthday, holiday, it's going straight on that game. It's my son, my youngest son done spent so much money on Robux. My oldest son done spent so much money on goddamn 2K, and it's just ridiculous. I seen his 2K account, his 2K character. That shit was crazy on the motherfucker. I'm like, damn, you spent all your money on this? Then when you look at his bank account, that motherfucker say 2K, 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 all the way down that motherfucker. And so my youngest son, he Roblox crazy. And so it's like his Roblox character got gold chains and dreads and bandanas and dressed all kinds of different ways. And every day, every week he changing the shit. And it's like, ain't no telling how much money they done put on this game. That's what these people are depending on, is they targeting our kids more so rather than adults. Because adult kids and teenagers and young adults, they gonna be the ones that spend all that money on that shit. Once you get to the point to where you paying rent and or paying mortgages, in my case paying mortgage and shop rent, fuel for the trucks, for diesel trucks and all the other shit I gotta pay for. Once you paying all this shit, that $10, $20 look different to you. You know what I'm saying? That shit add up 10, 20, 30, 40, 100. It's like, cause to me, every time you spend $100 to $20, that's $100. That's how I look at it. As soon as you spend $100 to $20, that's $100. Because that whatever's left, that 80 is right behind the door with that goddamn 20. And so that's how I look at shit. But it's like, the kids don't look at it like that. And that's what these game companies are dependent on. They not making games for our enjoyment as gamers or our experience as gamers. They don't even fix none of the complaints that people have with the games. And so any type of issues people have, any type of complaints that people have, they don't do anything until the player count drops. Once the player count drops, that's when they go and fix whatever issue people was complaining about. If people have an issue with the loading screen does this, or it takes too long to get past the loading screen, they don't fix it. As soon as you see a post that say player count of Apex Legends has dropped 25%, next thing you know, that next season come out, they don't fix the loading screen time, they don't fix this, they don't fix that, because you fucking with the money. The only time they fix anything with these games is when it's fucking with the money. They not fixing it for no other reason than any other time. It just is what it is, man. And it's like, you know, you gotta be mindful of that. But like, and that's the reason why I feel like when I look at the whole thing, I feel like Grand Theft Auto, GTA6, it's gonna be a complete failure. Like, it's gonna come out hot, it's gonna get cold. It's gonna get cold. It's gonna get cold about as hot as that motherfucker. About as hot as that motherfucker can get. It's gonna get hot and it's gonna get cold within months. I don't give that game a good, I don't even want to say a year. In my opinion, I feel like that game is gonna be hot for a good 6 months. At the most a year. I feel like after that, I feel like it'll be just like Red Dead. It's gonna be the same motherfucking thing. you're gonna have a gang of people that done spent a decade playing fucking shit, almost a decade and a half, but really a decade. Because Grand Theft Auto GTA 5 came out in, I believe, in 2013, and then the online edition was added, I think, either 6 months later or a year later or some shit like that. But yeah, man, that's what I think. I think that shit is not gonna go how they think it's gonna go. And I feel like, I honestly believe they know it. That's why they kept pushing the date back. Because I feel like they know. You gotta think about it. You're dealing with business people. And they got analysts. They got all the people you can think of looking at these games. And analyzing the customer base and the whole nine. They got a projection of what they believe this game is gonna do. I feel like that's why they keep pushing it back. It's not because they trying to make it the best game in the goddamn world. It's because they trying to milk as much as they can off that Grand Theft Auto 5 before they put that 6 out, and then they try and put that 6 out at the right time. And that's the most important, put it out at the right time, because at this point they have to put it out. But when you put that out, it's going to all but stop the money that's being generated on GTA 5. It's not going to completely stop it, but it's going to drastically slow it down, because everybody's attention is going to go over here. But once everybody's attention goes over here, they probably going to quickly lose attention for it, and it's going to be kind of hard for them to go back to 5. You might have some, you're going to have some go back to 5 and play 5, but a lot of them probably just either stop playing altogether or they go play something else, because it's like you kind of, humans are weird. Once you kind of disrupt their norm, they usually end up going a totally different other way. Like they don't, oftentimes people don't go back, they keep going forward, and they might just change a whole different direction, you know. And so that's really what the issue is. And I feel like them people know that, like they're not dumb by far. They know what's at stake when they drop 6. They gonna make a shitload of money when it drop, but then that shit gonna drastically drop off, you know, and towards the end. And then most of the fan base of GTA 5, they getting older anyway. They ain't really playing games like that. You know, they at different stages in their life. Everybody ain't playing that game like that no more. I think Call of Duty is experiencing an decline in game, actual real life gamers, and definitely know Fortnite is, and Apex is too. It's like it slowly goes down. When they come out with a new update, it'll go up for a few weeks or a month or so, then it goes right back down. It's like people's attention spans to just sit and play a game all day. It's not like that no more. Especially when you started playing the game when it was out in 20 came out in 2013. What was you, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, or some shit like that? And now you fucking however the fuck old, you probably got kids and wife and kids and shit. Your time ain't just consistent of just playing a fucking video game, you know. And so it's like the demographic of it just drops off. New kids coming to play the game. When a new kid jumps into Grand Theft Auto and they start playing it, they get shell shocked because they getting hit by fucking flying motorcycles, missiles and shit, and everything costs $2 million or more dollars to fucking buy, and it's no curve. Now they got that fucking card you can buy, or a profile added thing you can buy where they give you a bunch of money and some cars and some properties and shit for free, but it's still bullshit. It's still not putting them on the level of where people are at in the game at this point. So it's almost like a waste of money. My son did that when he got on, my youngest son. He went through all that money. He still couldn't do what everybody else was doing. And so I had to just go ahead and give him some more money on the game so he could get to what he was trying to get to. Because it's like, well, he ain't finna sit up there and grind what, for fucking a whole 4 or 5 hours a fucking day for a week to get fucking $2 million on a fucking video game. It's like, man, just to buy a fucking car and be right back at zero. It's like, man, it's not, it's you're not finna do that. And so it's like when by the time they came out with all that shit, with the 1.5 million and the 2 million and $3 million cars on that game, we had already been playing that game, I think, for at least 3 or 4 or 5 years already. And so you already had done accumulated a certain amount of money. So when they dropped all that shit, you was able to work a little bit more or sell some shit and then go buy it. And when you bought it, it didn't like clear your account out. And so now, but we was able to, the money, if you played the game the way they intended you to play it, your money grew basically as the game grew because your activity and you playing and everything that you was doing. But imagine coming into the game now, everybody's up at this point and got all this shit. You come into the game, don't have none of that shit, and you gotta grind your way all the way up. So then they got this thing that say, hey, you can sit up there and boost it and get this account, and we'll give you 5 million and some properties and some of the cars and shit. I was like, okay, so you get all that shit. Well, you buy one car, you back at zero, or they give you a bunch of bullshit cars. They don't give you like the shit that everybody's driving, or the hot shit or the current shit. It's like they give you a whole bunch of old shit. It don't even put you next to the level that people are on. So if you're a young kid today, what you gonna do? You're gonna go right back to Roblox. Fuck this shit, I'm going back to Roblox. It's like, and that's what you see all the time. It's like, but it just is what it is, man. It's like, I just don't see it for GTA6. I don't think it had no future, no longevity future in that game whatsoever. That's just my opinion.